What is it like growing up in the most famous family in the world when your mom is also the mother of an entire nation? Let's ask the children of Elizabeth II. Today we take a closer look at the 4 children of the Queen and Prince Philip. From the independent Charles to the hard-working Princess Anne, the sensitive Edward and the carefree Andrew, how did they grow up, and how do they live now? Subscribe, give us a like to find out which of the Queen's children participated in the Olympics and who became king during her reign. It was not an heir to the throne. The eldest children of Elizabeth and Philip Windsor, Charles and Anna, were born just before the king had passed away, and the young princess needed to take his place. Of course, she had almost no time to be a mother. That greatly influenced her son, heir to the throne, Charles. Born at Buckingham Palace on November 14, 1948, Charles witnessed his mother's ascension to the throne in 1952. When he was 9, he was named Prince of Wales and Earl of Chester. The boy grew up lonely and was closest to his grandmother, the Queen Mother. Even the birth of a sister in 1950 did not make his childhood more fun. Princess Anne was born on August 15, 1950, in London at the Clarence House residence. Since childhood, she was very much like her mother, restrained and loved animals more than she does people. Despite her young age, the princess understood why her mother was never around.
Perhaps we were not too demanding of her as children in the sense that we understood how limited she was in time and what duties were assigned to her as a monarch.
And said to BBC in 2002. Perhaps that is why, when Elizabeth became pregnant for the 3rd time, she decided to step away from duties for a while and spend more time with the baby. The 3rd child of Elizabeth and Prince Philip, Prince Andrew, was born on February 19, 1960, at Buckingham Palace. According to Robert Lace's book The Monarch, The Life and Reign of Elizabeth II, the Queen loved to spoil her son, as Andrew was her favourite. Then why did the prince lose his title and his military rank by the request of his mother? Watch to the end to find out about the scandals the Queen had to live through because of her kids and how it broke her heart. But that will only be in the future. In the meantime, the Queen gave birth to her youngest son, Prince Edward, on March 10, 1964, at Buckingham Palace. People say that the youngest child gets the most love. This is true for Edward. The Queen spent her time cycling around Buckingham Palace and playing catch-up with her youngest children. What was it like for the grown-up Charles to witness that? Cold and distant parents sent him off to the Gordonstoun boarding school in Scotland. After several years of homeschooling, his brothers, Andrew and Edward, would also end up there. Anna's education was taken care of by her governess Catherine Peebles, while later Princess enrolled in the Benenden School in 1963.
And what's your personal reaction to having the princess come here?
I think it is a very great honor for us, and I hope a great opportunity.
She admired her mother and wanted to follow her lead. After graduation, the princess immediately took on her royal duties. At only 18 years old.
But it was about getting the experience and going to the right places and following on and keeping your eyes and ears open to learn how to do it.
However, the future King Charles III wanted to postpone becoming a working royal. He studied archaeology, anthropology, and history at Trinity College at Cambridge University, becoming the first heir to graduate. While there, the prince made many friends in theatrical circles because he adored art.
I do history for 2 years. Well, I hope, I think, a certain time in the services would be a very good idea.
At 20, he served in the Royal Navy and became a helicopter pilot. Charles retired from military service in 1976 and later founded the Prince's Trust. Yes, he became more involved in charity and royal life. Nevertheless, he was only passionate about the theatre, sports, and, of course, Camilla. She will play her role in the life of the crown, which already had a hard time as on March 20, 1974, an armed man tried to kidnap Princess Anna. Ian Ball stopped the princess's Rolls-Royce and fired 6 shots, injuring 4 people. The man tried to force Anna out of the car, to which the witnesses said she refused. How brave! Moreover, Princess Anne became the first of the British royal family to compete in the Olympics. At the 1976 Games in Montreal, Anna was 24th overall, and Great Britain finished 9th in equestrian disciplines. The younger sons of the Queen, much more spoiled with parental attention, did not try to impress their mother. Like his brother Charles, Prince Andrew served in the Royal Navy and even was at war. Yes, you've heard us right, the prince was a pilot and was awarded wings of the Royal Air Force for the Falklands conflict. Not all sons were as brave. In 1987, Edward retired from the Royal Marines during early training, reportedly much to his father's disappointment. After all, young Edward dreamed of show business. After leaving the Marines, the prince worked for composer Andrew Lloyd Webber and founded his own film company, Ardent Productions, which went bankrupt in 2011. Even though Prince Edward did not succeed in the service nor in business, he was offered the role of a king. When Estonia became independent after the fall of the Soviet Union, the Royalist Party approached him in 1994, asking him to lead the nation. He politely refused. While the real future king, Charles, faced a problem in his 30s, he needed to find a queen. Lady Diana Spencer became the most unexpected choice. A naive and sweet girl and a sophisticated, mature prince.
Change Prince Charles in any way since you got married?
Not at all. I mean, obviously the one or two things, like maybe the odd tie or something.
They married on July 29, 1981, and had 2 sons, William and Harry. Charles and Diana admitted to infidelity in their marriage and finalized their divorce in August 1996. Charles could not stop loving Camilla and sacrificed his family for her. But his grief did not last long. In 2005, Charles received permission from his mother to marry his sweetheart, whose husband, by the way, was Princess Anne's ex. She married Olympic gold medalist Captain Mark Phillips in 1973, just 4 months after her split from Parker Bowles, whom she is still friends. Anna's marriage broke up in 1992, after the birth of 2 children and an affair with Sir Timothy Lawrence, whom she later married and is happy to this day. Her younger brother's marriage was also unsuccessful. In 1986, Prince Andrew married Sarah Ferguson, and the Queen named them Dukes of York. They had daughters, Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, before they divorced in 1996, although they remained close friends and still lived together. But whose union turned out to be as strong as the family of Elizabeth and Philip is Edward's. In 1999, Prince Edward married public relations manager Sophie Rhys-Jones, and the couple became the Earl and Countess of Wessex. They have a daughter, Lady Louise, and a son, James, Viscount Severn. The couple fulfills royal duties and raises children scandals-free, which is very good for the monarchy, especially after such a tragedy as the Queen's passing. Here's what the new king had to say about it.
Christmas is a particularly poignant time for all of us who have lost loved ones. We feel their absence at every familiar turn of the season.
Charles has been waiting in line for the throne for 70 years. Many thought that Elizabeth II would pass the throne to her grandson, not her son. However, one scandal made the Queen realize even favorites cannot live up to expectations. Accusations of seducing a minor and friendship with convicted Jeffrey Epstein stripped Prince Andrew of his regalia. It broke Elizabeth's heart, as he was her favorite son. That's why Charles has become very close to his mother in recent years and has proved that he will carry the royal duty with honor. Princess Anne, like her brother, remains one of the busiest members of the royal family, attending more than 500 events in 2018 alone. They saw Elizabeth ascend to the throne and will do everything to follow her example. We will follow their journey to reveal even more secrets about this family.